If you open Ocarina of Time randomizer and go to the detailed logic, you can add tricks to the logic. Anything in logic might be required to progress, and anything not added will not be necessary. And if you filter for FIRE Temple, these are what pop up.
But how do we do these tricks? Well, I'm glad I asked.
Let's first make sure we understand some movement quirks in Ocarina of Time. Dry rolling is when you hold target and press A with the neutral joystick. A dry roll will be different if you backflip or side hop beforehand. Continuing to hold down target will snap Link back to the original angle, but letting go of target during a dry roll is often useful for getting into position facing a precise desired direction. Shield scooting is when you're holding shield to crouch, hold forward, let go of shield for 3 frames, and shield again. This moves Link forward in tiny useful increments. If you let go for 2 frames while holding left, right, or back, Link changes his direction without moving, which can also be useful. Lastly, there's an area of the joystick range where Link will turn but not walk. This is called ESS position, and turning with ESS position is called ESS turning. Targeting during an ESS turn puts Link in a funny little scuttle animation like so. With the groundwork laid out, let's get into some tricks. In Master Quest, the first room has a child trick to skip the flame wall, and it's easy. How easy? As easy as starting off to the side like so and just rolling through. The only reason you might need this though, is if Dungeon Entrance Shuffle is on and crates are added to the check pool. Bulbagia's boss door originally required you to smash this pillar with a Megaton hammer. In randomizer, you're expected to know that you can reach this door with hover boots too. But our first real trick is getting to the door with neither hammer nor boots. Jumping off a ledge facing slightly into a wall gives Link a little extra speed. Believe it or not, this is not a glitch. It's intended by the developers to help you make your jumps, but they didn't plan for this jump. You can make it consistent with this setup. Target this wall and brush up to the wall on the left. Backflip and dry roll, letting go of target. Retarget with your new angle and get into that corner we started from. Now just hold up and Link should grab the ledge. Good job, Dinosaur Hunter. This room in Master Quest has some wacky quirks too. The torch in the uppermost crate has a hitbox that extends outside the crate, allowing you to light it with a fire arrow without destroying the crate first. That makes standing on this crate over here a perfect spot to get all 3 torches without moving. As long as you don't count aiming as moving. There's a Song of Time block in the big lava room that moves to the bottom if you play Song of Time. You're intended to climb that rock after moving it to get to the door up to this room with a gold Skulltula. But we can skip it by jumping from this ledge to grab the ledge above. Target the wall ahead, backflip, hold up, and slightly to the left. The best part is, this only takes a couple of seconds to try, and if your timer is running low, there's a door nearby to a safe space to reset it. Big Lava Room Master Quest gets spicy with a gap between 2 lava balls that we can jump through. Doing this means not needing Hookshot to latch onto the torch. Instead of guessing, let's get off and back on from the right side of this moving platform. Turn right. Wait for the platform to be still. Side hop left. Turn towards the ledge that we climbed on and shield scoot twice. Turn back to the left. And wait for the platform to be over here. Jump! Jump! Yes! On the other side, there's 2 torches that need to be lit to enter this locked door. The one next to the door, and the other up here on this alcove. Wait, holy din, I forgot this alcove existed. You could use fire arrows, or you could light this one with Din's fire and use an arrow to light the other. But it's possible with only Din's fire. Jump from the alcove to this corner of the rocket ship platform. Start Din's fire as soon as you land. Then rush to this ramp going up to the pot and use Din's fire near the pot. The tail end of each casting should light the torches. If you don't have Hookshot to get to the door, you could use the Song of Time block skip earlier to get up there. You could get past this room without a strength item to push the block. shuffle off the side to grab the ledge and let Link get back up. Turn around, shield scoot forward once, and now use first person to adjust your angle to be looking a bit right of the block. Exit first person, jump off, then move your joystick to holding left. Then be influenced back to the left to grab and climb the rock. Yeah, it's tricky and you're probably gonna need a lot of trial and error, and I wish I had found a 100% perfect setup that gets it every time to show you. Master Quest wants you to have a fire source to get past this room, but we're just going to use hover boots to circle around this corner. Easy enough from there. Run at this angle towards this corner, hold up right after touching the corner, then up left after rolling off of it. While we're still talking about Master Quest, up in the maze, there's a ground switch that temporarily opens a nearby door. If you can't get to the floor above to grab a box to keep the switch pressed down, some precise movement will do the trick. Alternatively, if you have hover boots, you can cheese your way to the upper level of the maze using this crate. Your hovering is majestic, but the last-ditch desperate effort is a precise jump. I say that like it's easy, but it's really not. Well, it feels super hard at first, but after you master it, it's more of an intermediate trick. We'll need to step onto this crate, close to the corner as possible, face the wall, start an ESS turn to the right, and target. Link should target the wall, snapping him back to this angle while scuttling. The next 3 inputs are frame perfect, and there's no shame in pause buffering if you need to. On the first frame, your joystick moves to all the way down right. On the next frame, the joystick will point fully to the right. And the frame after is where we press A to roll. Hold right just long enough for Link to jump off the crate, then hold up so Link grabs the ledge. And for Nehru's sake, don't let go of target until the trick is over. If you practice it unbuffered, it can actually become muscle memory, which is why I say it's more of an intermediate trick. Pierre the Scarecrow makes a home over here if you have Scarecrow Song helping you get up to the East Tower. If you forget to set up Scarecrow Song, a long shot will be enough. Get onto this thin sliver of land. Backwalk off the small side. Get back up and dry roll once. Crouch stab to bring your sword out. Swing your sword and shield during the swing. This moves Link slightly forward. Do it once more. And turn left and backwalk off the ledge. Climb up. Hold target while Link is climbing back up to make him automatically turn around. Shield scoot forward once and take out Hookshot. Notice Link's hand bobbing up and down while aiming. Whether this trick works or not depends on what part of the animation the arm is at when the Hookshot button is released. Make sure you're always releasing at the very top of this animation. I say that like it's super precise, but it's really not. Aim your reticle at this seam and then nudge it left until the reticle disappears. Then go down till your reticle barely appears again. Try there, and if it clanks, adjust up slightly and try again. Sometimes it works with the reticle barely having disappeared. Through trial and error, you'll figure out what works for you. Even the best players will have a lot of trial and error, but if your aim is true, you'll hook on and ride the elevator. Thanks, Pierre. For nothing. The flame walls in this room are annoying, so we're going to skip the majority of it. Come around these walls to this door. There's a chest in there. Don't forget it. I have forgotten that room and the chest inside on more than one occasion, and the shame is not fun. Avoid this boulder on the way to targeting this wall. Turn right, then just roll past the firewall. Do it again with this corner. If you want a position, bring up the flame and scuttle left until the flame just barely disappears, then turn right and roll with confidence. If you're lucky, you'll get through without taking damage. The Master Quest version of this trick actually starts at the Song of Time block instead, and it takes almost no practice. The second flame wall skip is the same in both versions. That's like 2 tricks in one, so consider this a 2-for-1 Blue Rupee special. You hear that? Uh-oh. Master Quest is introducing a Skulltula to this room, and it's demanding keys, but we don't have keys. Actually, if we do, we just feel like saving them. So we're going to use Longshot. This area is above the flame wall maze with the gold Skulltula, but the floor collision is one way. which means it holds things up, but it doesn't stop things from going up through it from the bottom. You can do that with Longshot on this platform to grab the Gold Skulltula token. Stand here and aim your hookshot reticle at the middle of this seam on this block. Hold left slightly so your aim moves a little in between each shot, and you'll eventually see the heavenly white flash of a Skulltula's life flashing before its own eyes. It'll take a bit more aim to the left to grab the token, but rest assured, you'll get it. After opening the hammer chest, jump down this hole and you'll be in this room. The next tip isn't Fire Temple specific, but included in a general trick of hitting rusted switches with hammer through walls. Instead of playing Song of Time, you can take out hammer, target, and jump slash to hit the rusted switches inside the block. Whether you use this or not, make sure to come in this room in this fashion if you skipped the flame wall maze. The other rusted switch you should know about is in Master Quest in the Lizalfos maze. If you don't have explosives to demolish this wall, you can hit the rusted switch with a hammer jump slash. And that's every trick in Fire Temple. We'll be going through Shadow Temple next. If that's already live, you should see a link on screen and in the description. Thanks for watching. Hope you appreciate it. Leave a like.